Okay, in this video, let's talk about this geo restriction here. So the ability to select different countries. First of all, why you would want to use it and when you should definitely use it. And then we'll also talk about some opportunities that can come up because of this feature right here in TrendMiner Pro. So first of all, you'll notice there's a huge list of countries here. There's more than in previous versions, just a lot of countries available to do search data on. And Google has even more data than they did when they first started. They've just been adding to it. The amount of data they have from these countries is massive. But let's say, for example, that you only sell your products in the United States. In other words, you don't sell your products in any other country. Then when you go to get data from TrendMiner Pro, it would probably be a good idea just to set the filter as United States if you want specific data that restricts it. So in other words, you don't want a whole bunch of searches from Australia affecting the trend data results you get. So let's say there was some huge spike in Australia for fishing, but you only sell fishing lures in the United States. So you don't want to make the mistake of saying, hey, look at this great trend, when in reality, most of that trend is being driven by searches from people in Australia. So you could restrict it to just the United States. Then Google will tell you, okay, if we're just looking at searches made by people in the United States, then this is what the trends are. These are the trends. Now, the other option here, which is really nice, is if you do any kind of paid search, so pay-per-click or maybe media buying, what's really powerful about this is the ability to see the trends that are occurring in other countries. And then you're able to simply start bidding on this term in foreign countries, and oftentimes you can get penny clicks simply by advertising in other countries, if assuming here that you're able to deliver the product. But in many cases, if you have an electronic product, maybe like an ebook or even a physical book, as long as there's a way for your delivery to get to the person in the foreign country, you can get inexpensive traffic in some of these foreign countries, and so that's a great way to monetize the strategy. Let me show you a quick example of how this can work for seasonal things, because that also plays a part in here. So I'm going to leave the keyword fishing, web search, all categories, United States, last 30 days, and I'll click Find Trends. And I'm just going to cancel this. I don't need the graphs right now, but I want you to see something really quickly here. So right here, notice this Lake Erie ice fishing Indiana, ice fishing bait. Now, the reason these are showing up here is because I've set the filter to 30 days in the United States. At the time I'm recording this video right now, in the US, it is winter. And so the trends that are occurring around the keyword fishing in the winter are people searching for how to do ice fishing. Now watch what happens. I'm just going to clear all these here. Watch what happens when I set this to Australia. Okay, so same time period, exactly same time period, but I'm going to be in Australia in the last 30 days. And because they're in the southern hemisphere, it's summer there right now. So I'll click Find Trends, and I'll just go ahead and hit cancel. And notice here, none of these have to do with ice fishing because there's no ice there, okay? It is not winter time there. You can use these geo-targeting here to find specific topics that are trending in specific regions. And if you're doing any kind of paid advertising, you can also do this for content, but specifically I'm thinking for paid advertising because your ability to move is so fast. You can have one ad showing to Australians and you can spot the trends and add those keywords to your account. And then you can have another ad showing to people in the United States with the trending keywords for the same time period. And you can use this feature to find great traffic from these different locations. Also, the important thing is to note that you want to make sure you have the right region selected so that you really get the best data from the tool. So you basically tell Google, I really don't want to know if there's some trend that spiked in some foreign country that I'm not interested in. I just want to make sure I get the trend data for the people that represent my buyers. So you always want to focus on where your buyers are located and then follow those trends so that you can get that traffic in front of your site and make more sales and more profit in your business.